Hi, today's video is all about this thing that I'm holding in my hand. It may look a little convoluted, but if you take a look at it, it's actually a Launchpad with at least 3 booster packs. Let's see if this thing, yeah, there we go. So on top of the whole stack, you can see that there is a 430 Boost Sharp 96, which is basically a Sharp LCD booster pack. Under that, you can see a Bluetooth module right there. Come on, focus. Okay, so under there is the Bluetooth module. There we go. And under that is the sensors booster pack. I don't know if you can there we go. So it's the sensors booster pack. Now these are all part of the kit provided by Element 14 for the Safe and Sound Design Challenge, and I've spent the better part of the entire week trying to get these things to work. I've made some progress, and I know that there's a problem somewhere or the other, and I'm going to go through all of those in this video as an update to the design challenge and where I'm at. So let's take a look at driving these things. Alright, I've gone ahead and connected the Launchpad to my MacBook Air. Now, when you search for SimpleLink, you can find the Bluetooth user plugin guide thingy on the internet, and this is something that you can download for Code Composer Studio, and you can try it for the desktop version. We'll discuss the desktop version of Code Composer Studio later on, but right now I'm interested in understanding the resources available for the MSP432. So if you search for the various booster packs and the software that comes in support for it, there's a lot of design files and stuff like that, but actually the code that has to be, the TI RTOS and everything, it requires an MSP432 to actually run. So when you go to SimpleLink MSP432 SDK, that gives you some stuff on the Bluetooth plugin, the Wi-Fi plugin, etc., etc. What I did was I went on to the Resource Explorer, and if you scroll through it, in the development tools for the MSP432 EXP432 P401R, that's the Rev 2, that's the red board. There is a lot of examples. There's a software example for the SDK plugins, which has the connectivity options for the Bluetooth as well as Wi-Fi, and then there is some other example stuff in TI RTOS for the MSP430 and stuff like that. So what I am interested in is, if you're using the desktop version, the first thing you have to do is install the SimpleLink MSP432 SDK, which is a set of, I think, support packages for you to start using the SimpleLink layers. That's the network processor layers. And then you have to install either the Bluetooth plugin. Let me see where that is. There we go. So either you can install the SDK Bluetooth plugins or the Wi-Fi plugins, depending on what you're trying to do. In my example, what I've done is I've simply gone ahead and used Code Composer Studio Cloud. So dev.ti.com/IDE, and then your email address. Yeah, don't spam me on this. What's going to happen is when all of the installation and everything comes pre-installed, so there's really not a lot of contentions whether you've installed the right service packs and stuff like that. Why I'm saying this is because for the past 1 week I have been pulling my hair out trying to understand why the code didn't work, and I figured out why that was. If you go into the sensors booster pack code example, you can see hardware prerequisites and then suddenly the software prerequisites, and it's Code Composer Studio 7.1. If you go into the downloads CCS, you can see that 7.1 was released on March 1st, 2017, and I was using 7.0.0, and the Resource Explorer and the previous videos that I've done is all with 7.0.0, and this was kind of irritating because I was trying to just get it off the ground and it didn't work. Well, when I use 7.1.0, some stuff still doesn't work, but that's a different story altogether, and I'll explain why. So going into the TI Resource Explorer online from the Cloud Composer Studio, cloud-based CCS, you go into File, and then import examples. So there's import energy library sketches. Hold on a second, it was somewhere around here. Project, there we go. Project, browse examples. When you click on browse examples, it's going to take you to the TIREX, which is the TI Resource Explorer, and that's exactly the same page that I am referring to here. Searching for the MSP432 Launchpad gives you this page, and from there you can just simply go into examples for the Rev2 board. And this is what comes with the MSP432 board when it comes out of the box. This is the out-of-box example. I am interested in interfacing the sensor booster pack, the Sharp LCD, and then I'm interested in the Bluetooth as well. So you can just click on the example from here, go into the example here, and then there's a cloud symbol here, import to CCS Cloud. When you click that, it's going to import into your cloud-based IDE. Why I'm not doing this? Because I've already done it. Duh. I've tested it out. It works. So let's just take a quick look at how that kind of works. So once you click on import to CCS, it pops it right here. So there is my 430 boost Sharp, and hold on, I don't want to change anything right now. I know what's wrong. And just click on run. So the first time it'll give you some messages and stuff. Hold on. So the first time what it'll do is it'll give you some messages and stuff, but it kind of works out. It has to install a plugin. But once that's done, it's really easy to work with. Let's see. Can you see this? Where's the webcam? There we go. Yeah, so it kind of works. So it's now I'm able to do some stuff with the Sharp LCD. Cool. So it's working on the MSP432. Hoorah. Part 1 solved. All right, cool. Moving on. Then I'm interested in interfacing the sensors booster pack, right? So there must be some code for the sensors booster pack as well. Yes, there is. One of the things to note here is these are no RTOS, so the graphics LCD and graphics driver can possibly work with the TI RTOS version. That's what I'm going to do next, but I don't know if somebody's already done that or not. I haven't been able to Google that a lot, but it should be somewhere around there. Okay. Then I'm interested in interfacing the sensors booster pack. So let's see if there is sensors GUI MSP430 thingy. Again, no RTOS. Going into CCS Code Composer Studio Compiler. Yes, this is the one I want. And again, if you click on the import cloud, go to, there we go. Now it says GUI because in the desktop version of this, there's a GUI application with this. I have really not gotten into that. All I'm interested in running is running this thing right now. So as soon as it initializes the run, you can see the display kind of just stopped where it was. And yeah, it's now frozen more or less. Okay. So where's all the data? Well, go to it's somewhere around here. Connect COM port. So once you click on, yeah, this is actually a lot more easier than you going into term or you downloading all of that stuff. So this is my USB 001. There's going to be 002 as well, I think. Oh, 004. But this is the UART. The baud rate has to be set to 9600. There's some code thingy problem with the drivers, and it's going to be corrected in the next thingy and whatnot. Okay, so here you can see it's dumping some data, and now it's in serial mode. And if I think I did something wrong for the formatting. Yeah, okay. So it's more or less giving me this kind of format. So it's the magnetometer, the temperature, the light, and the humidity, and all that. It was dumping that information. So that kind of actually works out. So that means the LCD is now switched off, but the sensors booster pack is now kind of working. So yay on that. Then I'm interested in the Bluetooth simple link stuff. So Simple link, development tools, connectivity, because I'm now looking for Bluetooth. So just go into Simple Link 432 Bluetooth. There's the LCD booster text. I just want to try out the simple application processor first. So as you can see, I've already experimented with this. Simple application processor, blah 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 blah, import to Code Composer Studio, and you should be able to see a project which is the simple applications processor example. And again, clicking on run. Hold on. There we go. So initializing, it's trying to write the code onto the target. LED blink, LED blink, LED blink. Try and do something and not destroy something else. Initializing. Okay, there we go. So this data dump down here, it basically means it's gonna try and write all of that. So it's gonna, because it's using TI RTOS, it's gonna have a lot more ROM consumption. So yeah. So at this point of time, you'd probably think I need an Android phone or an iPhone. Yeah, if you have a Mac, you download the light blue app for Mac. That's just, simpler to do. So if I do refresh, it's just able to see my phone. But if I want to advertise the Bluetooth module, so click on this button, red LED should glow, and there we go. It's MSP432 Simple Application Processor. Go click on services and FFF0, that's the service name. The first characteristic, I've already experimented with it, I know what I'm doing. 0x01, and as soon as you press return, the LED glows. Okay, so photo kind of, I don't know what happened. Hold on. There we go. So if I want to switch it off 0x00, I'm able to send Bluetooth commands. Imagine that. Cool. So, and if I refresh it here, it's the LED kind of switches on. That means it's disconnected from the target. If you switch off the Bluetooth on your phone, it's gonna disconnect from the target. That means you have to click on the button again, advertise, and then it's gonna pop up here. And then if I do a refresh, if I connect it and then disconnect it, the LED is gonna kind of, So the example kind of works pretty good, right? Yeah. So I want to interface sensors and I want to send that data over the Bluetooth connection. I want to start focusing on the data that comes from, oh hey, wait a minute, there's a sensors booster pack example. Ta-da! And it's a TI RTOS example and it says sensors booster pack. I wonder if it's the same sensors booster pack that I'm using. Okay, I'm being a bit sarcastic, but I've been messing with this for some time now. Long story short, I haven't been able to make this work because as soon as you sensors booster pack thingy, click on run. Yeah, I have a cold, sorry. So my booster pack, it's getting programmed. It's trying to build the example. Sorry for the echo and all the noise. I don't have any power in my office anymore. They cut the power. Okay. So it's going to try and resend some data to this. All right. Can you see this? Can you hear me now? All right. So it's loading the program, finished. As soon as it finishes, so there's nothing going on here. It says application processor initialized and done. Now at this point, if I run my Bluetooth application, I can't see the Bluetooth app, right? So it's application processor initialization done. If I click on refresh, nothing. If I click the button here that I used previously to advertise, nothing. If I click on the other button, still nothing. So it's kind of stuck. It may be that I'm using the wrong booster pack. Yeah, right. So the LED glows on this thing. I've pressed all the buttons. I can reset. Oh, crap. Hold on a second. So I reset the booster pack, reset the Launchpad as many times as I want. Then I can do this and this, and I can, S1 should advertise. Nothing pops up. So, that code has been driving me nuts for about a week now. So, that is the gist of this video. That means the Sensors Booster Pack code doesn't work. This is the Sensors Booster Pack code example that I was trying out using Code Composer Studio in the cloud. Note that due to the limitations of the underlying UART power driver, the baud rate for this backchannel UART for this code example must be set to 9600. Also note that due to this issue, the code example will occasionally become unresponsive. This issue is known and will be addressed in the next release. I can't wait for your next release. I'm going to have to do my own release. But if you had told me that this is not going to work before, I probably would have, written my own little code. So that's what's going to happen next. This code example is still there. The code is there. It's reusable, probably. The driver libs and everything are reusable. Thank you, Texas Instruments, for that. But I'm going to have to... sorry about that. I'm getting a call. So the next step is probably going to be me trying to... redo some part of the sensor code and interface that the non-RTOS code with the RTOS code, and that's going to happen with this week. So stay tuned for that, and keep your Code Composer Studio updated.